going to our social media channels right now to talk about some severe weather that's moving into the area. We have some severe thunderstorm warnings associated with this squall line producing a ton of lightning. And this is going to be currently moving through Mobile County, and then it will continue to move through Baldwin County. Also, if you're in Clark County right now, in Washington County, you're getting plenty of lightning right now. This northern half of this squall line here is just going to inch into southern Clark County and then continue on east, and then eventually getting all the way over to I-65. We were tracking these storms all the way back in Mississippi and Louisiana. This storm system developed and started tracking our way. It's something that we expected to happen today, and here it is, and right in the afternoon hours it is going to be a bit of a disruption for many people, especially here in Mobile. So let's take a look at it now. I'm going to zoom in here into Mobile County. It looks like we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like they're just going to essentially blanket this entire area in a severe thunderstorm warning, because this band of storms that is currently moving through Mobile Regional Airport just got a wind gust of 46 miles per hour. These storms are producing wind, are producing a lot of lightning, and are producing a lot of heavy rain. So it's moving through Mobile right now. If you are in Mobile, Midtown Mobile, about to be in downtown Mobile, Midtown Mobile, you're getting the heavy rain right now. You're getting the lightning. So you're dealing with that. We're about to get the rain here at the Fox 10 studios, and then continuing on, that will be moving into downtown Mobile. I'm going to pull up the velocity product. What this is essentially measuring the wind in the atmosphere. Our radar is located at Mobile Regional Airport right here. We're shooting a beam out, and it's actually telling us how fast the little particles there are going. So I'm going to sample this real quick, and let's see. Remember, we had that gust to about 46 in Mobile Regional Airport. Some of the winds being measured by the radar behind this, 58 miles per hour. Now that's slightly higher in the air, but still some of that wind could be pushing down, and that is why we have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Let's switch back to radar here. Remember, this is radar. We're just detecting how heavy the rain is falling. Anywhere you see this red, you are looking at very, very heavy rain. And then I'm really interested in this big batch of lightning. There are going to be areas in this storm where there are a lot of lightning, and it will get loud. If you're in Dauphin Island right now, you're just going to want to be inside, especially as this storm comes your way in the next couple minutes. Let's get a storm track on a couple of these. So the motion here, and we have just lost power. And that happens sometimes, and we talked about power outages. I do not know if we are still on, but that's what happens. And this is something that we're expecting across the area, and this is why we're on, because these are impactful storms that will be moving through the area. It looks like I still have connection here. So with that, we're going to continue on here. Looking at the storm track here, these storms are moving at about 50. All right, good. We are still on, so thank you for keeping it with us. These storms are moving at a pretty good clip, so I'm going to put this at about 50 miles per hour. Here's some of our arrival times here. Dauphin Island around 2:53 p.m. Gulf Shores around 3:15. So keep that in mind. If you're in Baldwin County, these storms are coming your way. Dauphin Island now, you're about to get into the heavier rain. Let's take a look at this wind velocity. Take a look at that. Let me take a query on that to see these bright colors. Anytime you're seeing the brighter colors in our wind velocity product, the brighter colors indicating stronger winds, and the color green versus red. The green, the wind moving towards the radar, which is located right here. So the wind moving towards the radar, and then now that the storms have passed Mobile Regional Airport, the wind moving away from the radar. 55 miles per hour, and this isn't that far off the ground. So let's zoom in real quick. If you are currently located in along Airport Boulevard, that is west of I-65, take a look at this. University here, a campus of the University of South Alabama, getting plenty of wind and heavy rain right now. That'll be keeping on moving to the east. Grelot Road at Medal of Honor Park. Hillcrest Road here, just past Providence Hospital, getting plenty of heavy rain right now. If you are on I-65, now is your time to be finding a place to stop, because it is going to get pretty nasty. The shops at Bel Air, and then McGowan Park, where we are here at Fox 10. And take a look at the camera. Where is this? This is outside our studios. Remember, we just had the power flicker. And take a look at that. The trees blowing in the wind. This is what we're dealing with. This is why it's so hard to drive in this kind of stuff. Look at the visibility even with that camera. It's not a lot. So it's really a challenge, especially if you are driving. This is downtown, and there you go. This is, I believe that's looking south. That is incredible. Like you said, if that's there, you're going to have to be dealing with a lot of stuff if you're on the roads. It's quite a disruption this afternoon, but it's something that we expected. So we're going to keep tracking these storms for you here. Here we are, and if you are in these polygons, that's the place where you need to take action, meaning you need to be able to find yourself inside in these kinds of thunderstorms because they are very potent. Here we are in Mobile, one severe thunderstorm warning now stretching to the Escambia counties, Escambia County, Alabama, and Escambia County, Florida. And let me get the time on that one to be sure here. It looks like that warning is going until 3:30. And for all the way up until Escambia County here in Florida. And then we have another warning here that was issued earlier. This one also until 3:30, now including areas like Gulf Shores, Foley, Fairhope, Daphne, Spanish Fort, and then the northern warning, Bay Minette and onward. So if you are in Baldwin County, you need to be preparing yourself to deal with these strong storms, and you can see how impactful it is as we saw in our cameras. Now we're even hearing thunder here, which is something that we expected. Really quickly, I'm going to throw. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning right here in the orange. And the pink here, this is a severe thunderstorm watch. This came out a little bit before the storms made it to our area, back when the storms were over here, because we wanted to give you forewarning. The National Weather Service said, all right, we know that these storms are moving to our area, so let's go ahead and get the watch out. And that's why you have to pay attention to those things. It's really good information, so make sure that you are staying with us and checking out our app for updates and stuff, because we always push these out. We push these out on our social media. If you pay attention to social media, follow us on our social media pages, and you can see, oh, wow, and you can see the watches and warnings as they come in. This is downtown. This is incredible. So look at the sheets of rain here in downtown Mobile. This is the stuff that's impossible to drive through. I mean, you can barely see the towers there, and the visibility is so limited there, and plenty of raindrops on there. Now looking at a different direction here downtown. This is towards I-10. So in fact, you can barely see the lights, and that's the thing. A lot of times you kind of need to pull over in these cases, but you have to be careful. Make sure you're keeping your lights on, because it is really hard to see anybody there. This is a complete loss of visibility here. So Mobile right now, downtown, is in the heat of all the heavy rain. The bright reds, bright oranges that we talk about here, 165 and then 65 and then I-10, anywhere in that area in Mobile, now dealing with the heaviest rain. And we have some extremely strong winds now, pretty much over the battleship right now. I know we have the battleship camera. I do not know if we could see that, because that would be really interesting. My goodness. I don't know if I can actually tell what's going on here, but so this is looking towards downtown, my goodness. So you notice the sheets of rain. You can see almost the camera's shaking. That's what we're dealing with here. And if I switch to my velocity product here, looking at the camera here, you can see the sheets of rain going through. Look at this, the shaking here. We're starting to get the parking lot a little bit more revealed as the heavier stuff moves out. Here is the sample. I'm going to sample this from the radar, and this is telling me that over the bay right now we're getting around 70-mile-per-hour winds according to our velocity product. The wind will continue for a little bit after the main part of the line gets through you. Here we are. This is the velocity product. Remember, we're measuring wind. Wind moving away from the radar, which is located there at the airport. So wind moving to the east, blowing from the west to the east. Velocity product now over pretty much I-10 and or just south of I-10 over the bay, around 70 miles per hour. So if you are in Spanish Fort Bayfront Park, we're talking about Lake Forest here, you are about to get impacted by these very strong winds.